Hello, Wednesday Wisdom Watchers. It's Kathy Nordyke. I'm the owner of Drop the Leash Pet Sitting, and my mission is to help other women earn extra income through pet sitting. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about traveling with your pet. You know, the travel plans have changed quite a bit this year thanks to COVID. I've noticed that a lot of my dog sitting clients, instead of flying down to Mexico or the Caribbean and staying in a resort for a week, they're doing things like renting or borrowing a house on the beach somewhere in South Carolina. They're driving down, or they're renting a glam camper and driving across country to the Yellowstone National Park or doing something fun, and a lot of them are taking their pets with them, which I think is a fantastic idea. I want to talk to you a little bit about how you might do that today if you are considering taking your pet on vacation with you. The very first thing you want to do when preparing to take your pet on vacation is practice. If your dog or cat is not used to riding in the car with you on a regular basis, then I highly recommend that you get them in the car and start out with short drives, maybe 15 minutes, and work your way up to maybe an hour's drive so that they get a feel for what it's like to be in the car for long periods of time, and you get to see what their reaction is to riding in the car for long periods of time. Related to that note is my second tip, and that is if you notice that your pet is very anxious in the car, maybe they have motion sickness, which is always fun, I would recommend that you reach out to your veterinarian before you head out on your trip and ask him or her about a medication that may help curb that anxiety that your pet is feeling, or may help balance them through the motion sickness that they feel when they ride in the car. Tip number 3 is to find a safe way to place your pet in the car. Now, a lot of people think it's super cute just to have your pet in the front seat with you. I'm one of those, but it's really not the safest way. I did find some really interesting harnesses that you can use your car's seatbelt system with that will hold your pet in place. Amazon is a wonderful place to find those. Chewy.com is another place to look for harnesses that work in the car. But really the safest way to travel with your pet, if you have the room for it, is to place their crate, and it can be a travel crate, inside your vehicle and strap it down with the seat belts. And most travel carriers have the ability for you to do that. But in case of an accident, your pet being in the crate is really the safest place for them to be so that they're not injured or God forbid, killed during an accident. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is make sure that your pet has proper identification on them. So should they get lost while you're traveling, that you can be found. And I'm not a huge fan of tags or even collars really on a pet, especially if they're going to be in a crate situation, because a lot of times they can get caught. So I would recommend that you buy a collar that has your telephone number and name stitched into it, or a lot of times you can get it engraved into the metal buckle on a collar. Etsy is an awesome place to find those type of collars. I highly recommend you check them out. Lots of variety there. My 5th and final tip is to plan to stop every 2 hours or so to give your pet a much needed bathroom break and a chance to get a drink of water, and walk them around a little bit. They could probably go longer, but I think every couple of hours is a good set point for traveling with your pet. And of course, never, ever, ever leave your pet in the car, especially when it's hot outside. If you're gonna go inside to use the restroom yourself, have a family member stay with them, but don't leave them alone in the car. Hope that helped and you're all excited and ready to get on the road with your pet. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to know more about me or my pet sitting business, please visit me at droptheleashpetsitting.com, or you can look for me on Instagram at droptheleashpetsitting. Thanks again. Can't wait to see you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.